loveless.
You're right. I can't be loveless.
Can't live your life without love.
You need to do a powerful meditation room today. I noticed that you haven't done any rooms today, but I can't believe Issa kicked you out. I was about to get on stage and protect you.
You should have powerfully bull rushed her.
North, south, well, be north, west, far east, or south, southeast, or central. Where are you?
That gives me hope. But you had brothers to have.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, that counts, and then also, depending on the father situation too, that has a factor as well. So
define normal.
Wait, Lou has an older sister and a younger sister. Lou is also normal. This is very encouraging. I'm very encouraged by this.
I think men who have sisters are much better at relationships with their wives than men who just have brothers. So it might... No, Adam? Not for you?
No, I'm laughing because you're absolutely right, because my brother has a girlfriend right now, and he was having some trouble figuring out how to appeal to to all of her needs and stuff like that. And he said, "What do I do?" I said, "Just body slam her."
To make it so. Now, if you want to take away his power, ability of forethought, and his will, and his creative prowess, and his powers, that's fine. I don't know why you would, but I'm just saying, if your God's real, then you're just under a misapprehension about things. I don't think he's sad.
Yeah, I understand that you don't think that. What I'm saying to you is that, in fact, he is sad at times. He has... the traits that we feel, or the traits we have, rather, right? They can be traced back to the primal source. So and it's not the evil. That's the part that I'm trying to relate to.
Right, I already agreed. I don't think that... Yeah, but all it is a human construct, right? Evil is not in God's vocabulary or his mind states.
Yeah, I agree. Now, so it's not in his nature also, though.
But it's a word, and all words are under God's command.
Well, one second. Or you can jump into, but just, it's a handicap match, and that's fine. What I'm saying is, the Creator is not at any time or in any way evil or unrighteous or unjust. Never those things. So, no, the Creator was not lonely and, let me make a creation and then, I'm going to sit back and just watch them destroy it and then I'll come in at the end. This is why he put his word.
But that's like the basis of, Greek mythology movies.
And let me finish my statement. It's not Greek mythology. It's facts. If you choose not to believe it, that's fine. So, in all scriptures, the Creator raises up prophets and sends them to the people that he is displeased with, right? Because they know better than to be doing certain things that they were doing. So this is revelation about his emotions, if you will. Because if he did not have emotions, then really man wouldn't even be existing on the planet, really, because people would have been destroying each other. Go ahead.
You do a lot. I mean, I guess I just seek your guidance, because I don't know anything about gods and what they do. You know what I mean?
That's very humbling of you, honey. I really think that, you are in a great position in life to learn and listen, like the earth, because the earth, the first three letters are ear. And, we came out of the earth. And so if you want to know the truth of the earth, seek wisdom here and now, and you will know the truth of the earth. And the truth of the earth will set you free.
Are you this guy in that OTR?
Yeah, that's me. I live in Egypt. I'm a priest at the pyramids of Giza. I've been living here for the past 3 weeks, And I got to say, I have received divine illumination and a special sacred CD-ROM sent to me from an angel named Gabriel. And I am here to reveal to you the truth of a new beginning, a new eon of Kabbalism, which will...
Aren't you the guy that played in Mummy?
Yep, that's me. Many of you also may have seen one of my greatest movies ever made, The Ten Commandments, with Charlton Heston. I hope you... Yep, I'm that old. I was a child actor in that movie. So I met Cecil B. DeMille. He invited me up to his office with my mother to a Diddy Freak-Off party. But unfortunately, we didn't want to participate, so he cast us as a child slave in Ben-Hur.
Nah, now I know you just jiving. You ain't the real guy in this PTR. Or somebody else.
That's not... Listen, don't PTR, frame me or PTR discriminate against me. I don't question your PTR.
Oh man, I'm you, man. I'm you. I'm the one you watched the Pokemon movie, and I was fighting against Mewtwo. They cloned me, man. Yeah, I'm him.
So you got to catch them all.
No, I'm not the one who's catching them all. That's Ash, but he can't catch me.
So, in terms of watermelon heads, have you ever met somebody that has, a watermelon head? In Arabic, it's called betecha, which means that they're stupid. And so I get the feeling that people that don't like God and they're atheists, they're actually stupid and they don't even know it because it's a linguistic database. And they are like, this is basically the whole point of green eggs and hams, where they say, I don't like green eggs and hams, and then he tries green eggs and hams. I do like green eggs and hams, meaning that these people don't like the database of God. And they come on here to try to bitch and moan about a database of words, and thus they're actually stupid people, and they're their own worst enemies. You hear me, honey? You hear me, JCC, aka Carletta? Do you hear me actually telling you how stupid you are? Now do you get how stupid you are?
Well, look, I don't think that's the right way to speak, even if you disagree with their...
I'm just using database words, and this is a gaslight app, and this is what they do. So I just give them a taste of their own stupid medicine, and we'll see how they like the medicine.
Well, look, you don't... in my opinion, right, I get why you're saying that, but you don't have to speak to them that way, man, because you wouldn't want someone to do that to you, right? So even if they never, believe, I wouldn't say necessarily how you believe, but if they don't believe in what I would say a lot of people know to be the truth, right?
Right.
Then,
and wouldn't you agree that God knows how, I know that God didn't force you into believing in him, right? That's the truth, right? And he doesn't need to force me, right?
Correct.
Right. But he knows what would convince me and get me to be won over like you have been, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so if he wants me to go to heaven and be a Christian or whatever it is you believe, then I will be, right?
You don't know what I believe? Oh, man.
Okay, wait, are you a Christian?
Oh, nah, you done already jumped the gun, man.
Wait, hold on. We can keep this simple. You don't have to, let's just keep it respectful. Are you a Christian or no?
No, I'm not.
Okay, are you a Hebrew Israelite?
No, I'm not.
What are you? What's your religion? What's your flavor?
My flavor?
Yeah, what religion are you?
My religion is pure.
Is what?
It's pure.
Pure.
Is it pure love? Wait, are you a love practitioner, meow?
Yeah, you're Puritan.
It's not meow, man. It's mew.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Look.
Spontaneous cat noises.
Look, I believe and worship one God, and I follow the master teacher, which is Christ Jesus.
Right. Yeah. So Christ Jesus, and he has a father, right?
Yes.
Is his father also himself?
No.
No. So they're different people.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not a Trinitarian?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. So.
Wait, you know the Trinitarian thing is false.
Well, I believe it sounds like gibberish. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Why do you believe that?
Yeah, why do you believe
Same
that?
reason you don't. So why don't you accept the Trinity?
Did I say that I didn't accept it, or did I?
Yeah.
Meow. I got a question for Honey. Honey, are you a Christian?
No.
So what are you? What's your flavor of religion, Honey?
My flavor of religion is I like single trackism.
Single trapism or tractism?
I'm a single trackist.
Oh, you like one track. So you're a one track mind kind of guy.
Yeah, I usually bring my knobby tires.
So wait, on Thanksgiving, have you ever put turkey, cranberry, stuffing, and green beans in your mouth at the same time and washed it down, with a beer?
Nah, I usually just stick to the potatoes and the meat, dude.
So wait, you're telling me that you only eat pizza? You don't eat a burrito? You don't eat Chinese food? You don't eat Greek? You don't eat come on, man. Get with it, man. You're a fake, man. You're a fraud, man. Man, you're a square, man. You're such a fake, man. Talk to Caleb. He's a rabbi. He'll tell you about the Torah. You don't even know the Torah, man. You've never even read the Torah, man. You think you know, you don't know God. You ain't read the Torah, man. That's my Dennis Hopper Torah impersonation.
I thought it was the Torah.
Caleb, did you like my Dennis Hopper Torah? That's Dennis Hopper telling everybody to read the Torah, Rabboina Shalom.
Oh, he's on this app?
So anyway, look, I don't think I'm supporting this man's.
No, Dennis Hopper's from Apocalypse Now and all these great movies.
I want to continue the respectful conversation we've been
Okay, sorry for interrupting everybody.
Go ahead, Badger.
So yeah, I mean, don't you think we're on the same page so far? That like God always gets what He wants, therefore the things that we see are what He wants.
I would be careful saying it like that. I'm not telling you to be careful saying it.
Right. I don't think I need to be careful because, I mean, all things considered, you have a very limited scope of what God's trying to accomplish here. So.
Okay. I don't agree with that, but I understand.
Oh, you think you have a pretty broad understanding and a deep understanding of God's plans?
Meow. Well, you said it, not me.
Well, which one is it? I was granted that you would just remain humble and say, yeah.
Honey, you do see the problem with what you're doing, right? You're just framing him with questions, and then you do like a kickback, like a donkey. I mean, it's the game. Don't you recognize the game that you're playing, honey?
I'm trying to just find out what people actually believe and why.
I know, but the thing is, questions as opposed to experimentation. You don't actually create intelligence through questioning. You create intelligence through experimentation. Have you ever tried to experiment with what we use in the English language as the word God, G-O-D?
Yeah.
And what were the results of your experimentation, honey?
Oh, it was great meditative vibes, and I had reached some higher heights.
So if I were to ask you to teach us a meditation class, do you think you'd be capable of doing that, honey?
I would start with breath work, and then I would go into simple ohms first. Yep.
And what does that do for the meditation practitioner?
A lot of it vibrates your skull, and it helps you with regulating your breath. And then when you can yoke the body, you can yoke the mind.
What does that mean, though, honey?
It just means kind of like self-awareness, stoicism, and self-mastery.
Do you think when you eat a piece of watermelon, you become one with the watermelon?
Yes, to some degree.
And so if life, is a watermelon, and all problems, are nails, and you just have to smash a watermelon on every nail, what do you end up with?
I would say juice and a garden.
I would say pulp, a lot of pulp, and juice, but a lot of flavor. And so my point is, by playing this dialectic game that you're doing with Meow and all other people on this app, you're technically just creating pulp and no flavor. Meow.
Yeah, but it's not Pulp Fiction, though. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was thinking about that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So y'all be in a lot of rooms together, huh?
We work together in New York.
We're actually at a poker table right now. We're playing poker, and we got Bluetooth headsets in, and we just won like a $10,000 pot while we troll you guys. Yeah.
I'm trolling, I know, but that's why I asked y'all be in rooms together.
I troll everybody though, but I do respect Caleb. I think Caleb, if you could get him up here, he could probably illuminate you with a few words of Torah, enough to make your Holy Moses underpants.
I don't think so. But I mean it's interesting, you know, speaking with Badger and his different point of view or his atheistic. I don't know if that will represent him well if I said that about him. But it's for me, it's always interesting talking with atheists, man, because I like to understand the root cause, you know, of the ailment, you know, and the root cause is they feel like there's not enough evidence.
So I think the big thing is, though, they're hooked up with this non-binary, which in Torah is non-duality. And they go way too crazy with it. And, you know, I mean, Caleb thinks you're born gay genetically. I think you're essentially programmed into being gay, because a lot of effeminate men that I know are not gay and they're married and have children. Even though they may, like, represent being gay, they're not gay. So I just think that words, you know, going back to, like, the mystical, you know, the creation of the world through words, that we program ourselves with words. And so we use a lot of words to make people gay nowadays. And if 30 days of it isn't enough, I mean, it's everywhere. So gay communication is like a strategy in many ways to essentially, like, distract you and get your eyeballs to look at it, because it's gay and it's happy and it's a rainbow and it's everything about equality and, you know, gender studies and all this, you know, new vernacular, which is programming people to be gay. So it's like, okay, you can be born gay, but if you can be born gay, you can't admit that you can also be programmed to become a gay. So I just want to, you know, focus on the love, you know, and play the political game with love as opposed to hate, because love is not exhausting. Hate is exhausting. Hate ruins your life. Hate makes you a miserable person. No one wants to be around hate. Love is the flame. The moth is attracted to the candle of love, the flame of love. So, you know, I mean, I like to debate atheists because I think in the Bible and a lot of other information, love is the outcome of all the wisdom in the Bible. So, you know, if you don't agree with that, maybe you're not happy enough yet, but one day you will be full of joy and love.
So, you said something interesting about wanting to understand atheists, and you mentioned understanding the ailment. So, ailment. You think there's something wrong with someone being an atheist?
Yeah, spiritually. Like, what I mean spiritually, I'm more so referring to the mental state.
Wait. What does mental state have to do with spirituality?
Well, the mind is spirit.
Okay, that's your definition of spirit?
Well, I mean, spirit has multiple definitions, so I just gave you one.
What's the main definition of spirit to you?
That's a really good question. But how could I give you an answer? That's the question.
Do you call it energy spirit?
Well, I asked you, but that's what you said. Yeah, I would say energy.
Okay. Does the energy have consciousness?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, is this the same energy that is the source of all things that exist?
Yes.
And how does it get to it being conscious?
It just is consciousness itself.
Okay, you realize that's not informative, right?
Well, why do you say that?
Because I can say a rock is conscious because a rock is conscious, right? How is that informing you how I get to understanding what is it that causes the rock to be conscious?
Well, you would agree that energy expands and retracts to itself, right?
By the midnight of madness, the low-lying sea, the swoon of the moon,
right?
you swoon into
So
me.
energy is something
The
that is neither created
center
nor
of
destroyed. It
sadness
just
of
changes form.
clinging
So,
kind,
I
that
don't know what
night
you mean by
of
saying
delight,
expands and
you were
contracts off
mine,
itself.
you were mine. You were mine, oh my saint, my maiden, my mate, by the might of the right of the night of our fate. Though I fall, though I faint, though I char, though I choke, by the hour of our power I invoke. By the mystical union of fairy and faun, bespoken and broken, the dust to the dawn, a secret communion, unmeasured, unsung, the listless, resistless, tumultuous tongue. O virgin in armor, thine arrows unsling in the brilliant, resilient first rays of the spring. No God, by the midnight of madness, the lone-lying sea, the swoon of the moon, your swoon into me, the sentinel sadness of cliff-clinging pine, that night of delight, you were mine, you were mine. You were mine, O my saint, my maiden, my mate, by the might of the right of the night. Though I fall, though I faint, though I char, though I choke, by the hour of our power I invoke. By the mystical union of fairy and faun, bespoken, unbroken, the dust to the dawn, a secret communion, unmeasured, unsung, the listless, resistless, tumultuous tongue. O virgin in armor, thine arrows unsling in the brilliant, resilient first rays of the spring. No God, by the midnight of madness, the lone-lying sea, the swoon of the moon, your swoon into me, the sentinel sadness of cliff-clinging pine, that night of delight, you were mine, you were mine. You were mine, oh my saint, my maiden, my mate.
Eminem made a diss track on you.
Candace, so I ain't mad at her. By the Lord of the winds and the breezes, the King of the spirits of air, in whose bosom the infinite eases that cradled me there. By the Lord of the fields and the mountains, the King of the spirits of earth, that nurtured my life at his fountains from the hour of my birth. By the wand and the cup I conjure, by the dagger and disc I constrain. I am he that is sworn to endure. Make thy music again. I am the Lord of the star and the seal. I am the Lord of the snake and the sword. Reveal us the riddle. Reveal. Bring us the word of the Lord. As the flame of the sun, as the roar of the sea, as the storm of the air, as the quake of the earth, let it soar for a boon, for a bane, for a snare, for a lure, for a light, for a kiss, for a rod, for a scourge, for a sword. Bring us thy burden. By the Lord of Mother of light and the gods, Mother of music, awake. Silence and speech are at odds. Heaven and hell are at stake. By the rose of the cross I conjure. I constrain by the snake and the sword. I am he that is sworn to endure. Bring us the word of the Lord. By the brood of the Bises brightening, whose God was my sire, by the Lord of the flame and lightning, the King of the spirits of fire, by the Lord of the waves and the waters, the King of the hosts of the sea, the fairest of all. By the Lord. To watch thy walk, thrill with it is in thy power. Whatever other things would.
And then next morning she tried to reinitiate sex. Dude, she licked my asshole.
The name of this song is Iran, Tehran. The name of this song is Bull Rush.
Yes, sir.
Extremely.
Yes, sir.
Catch those pills.
He's the macho man. They're women, and I just didn't even fucking trans people with gender dysphoria.
Okay, that's been reading poetry.
I'm saying theoretically, if they could see that far away, and they could see what's on the land, they would see dinosaurs. If they were 65 million light years away.
Not really. Not if they were 65 million years into the future. Then it would be seen as now. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's not true. Don't work that way. Time is only, everybody experiences time different. Time is relative only to yourself. But when you stretch, and it takes time to go across a certain amount.
In just the same way that the structure of your brain doesn't ordinarily come into consciousness, it's very much there. But you don't see it directly and you have no memory of it. So in the same way, you have no memory of being the witch than which there is no witcher, but there's no need to have a memory.
Representative to the UN, Thomas Greenfield, calls the... this is for you, sorry. Yaga, mute up. Oh my God, I will help you. So mad. Quietly. Okay, so are you listening?
Yeah.
U.S. representative to the UN, Thomas Greenfield, calls your friend, the UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese, your BFF, unfit for her role and accuses her, again, not me, it's a black American woman, and accuses her of anti-Semitism.
You're not even American. Why do you sound like that?
Like I sound like non-American?
It's still me. Stop touching my...
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
What's
Finally,
his name?
the US
Thomas
is...
what?
Thomas Greenfield.
But who is he criticizing?
You know who is Francesca Albanese?
No.
There's one of the people in the UN. Her name is Francesca Albanese. Her role is special rapporteur for the human rights violation in Palestine. Okay.
Thomas Greenfield. Are you talking about Linda Thomas Greenfield?
Yes.
That's U.S. ambassador to UN. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Which brought us.
She's not a part of UN. She's like a.
This is what I said.
Put her hands.
I didn't say she was.
Yeah, I know. But
again, you said it again. She's the representative of the United States in the UN.
Yeah, of course. Don't call.
Who is part of the UN? Only Francesca Albanese?
No, she is working for the UN. But this woman's working for U.S. It's two different.
Yes, I said a U.S. The first word that I said, I repeat it again, okay? U.S. representative to the UN.
Doesn't mean anything.
Thomas.
Like he's not Thomas, it's Linda. When you say Thomas, it's a guy. She's a woman.
No, that's a last name, Thomas Greenfield.
Okay.
It's like saying Clinton, okay? It's like saying Clinton,
When you say
okay?
Thomas Greenfield, but it looks like
That's a last name.
Yeah, but you can also
But
say
that's
Clinton. If you're referring to Hillary or if you're referring to Bill, you can just say Clinton.
He's really. Listen, you're so triggered to respond. Everything that you said is everything that I said. Okay?
Official doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it means something. Again, U.S. representative to the UN, Thomas Greenfield. That's her last name. And I also said that she's a black woman. So by saying that she's a black woman, you probably understood that her name is not Thomas. You just need to listen. So you're so triggered to respond that you're not even listening. Okay? So I will repeat again exactly what.
Forget about this amount.
Yeah, but everything that every word that I said, he disagreed, and then he said, understood that exactly what I said.
That's the U.S. position. So what? This one country called the U.S. has got a position that we know why they have that position. We have
the one country that is, just one country that is basically sponsoring the entire UN and hosting the UN and has the veto power at the UN, but it's just one country. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Country, yes. Like
only one country. So let me ask you this. So if this just one country will decide that they don't want to fund the UN anymore,
they banned
They did not stop the funding of the UN.
During Trump, they did. UNESCO.
Soren, you're not listening.
He's not listening. He's on
one country opposed to Francis Albanese.
To one person, yes, to one country against one person. Let me ask you this, Owen. So who is bigger? Okay. Let me ask you this: who is more important, the United States of America or Francesca Albanese?
Francesca Albanese, because she works for the U.S. That's more appropriate. Yeah. U.S. is one.
I know. The funny thing is that if it would be the other way around, he would be saying like the United States, the biggest country, and who is this Francesca? Only one. If Francesca, let's say, was a Jew supporting, okay, or Israel supporter. Let's do another thing. You know what? Actually, it wasn't Francesca. It wasn't who I told you. It's Francesca Albanese. I will do it with you, so I will check your real reaction, not to my voice, but to the facts, and then we'll see if you have double standards or morality. You need to now be very careful with the things that I say, and I promise you I will test you. I will give you wrong information. I will see how you react.
You know, Soren, do you think you could possibly just listen, and like actually just listen without automatic response to everything you hear? Do you ever practice discretion? Hold on, you're doing it right now. Do you ever listen? You're doing it right now, sir. I'll just loud mic you like Adams, okay? I can do the loud mic like Adams. Please, just stay on mute, sir, until I am finished. The point is, Soren, isn't it exhausting? And I gotta say, Daniel, too, I get the feeling that this is like a tremendous amount of energy that you guys, and I have captured it on camera. And in, my capturing it on camera and creating these audios or whatever, it's pointless. But the point is, don't you guys realize that the opportunity cost of your yin and Soren's yang is really detrimental to both of you, that there is an opportunity cost and a fact that you are your own worst enemies when it comes to this communication? Can't you analyze the communication and realize what you guys are engaging in is essentially like wordplay, and you guys aren't aware of the uselessness of the wordplay? Can you just admit that you guys are filming Seinfeld? Hello?
So Daniel, you don't like Francesca Albanese because she basically criticized Israel.
Don't fall for it, Daniel. Daniel, don't fall for the bait. You see what I'm saying, Daniel?
Love, do you think I'm new here?
No. Look at Issa Ho's profile and go down to the bottom and look at who sponsored your Freedom Party. Look at her profile. Look at the room chat in her history. It was me, Daniel. It was me that advocated for your return to Clown House.
Sweetie, feels very nice of you.
It's on Issa Ho's profile.
The Jewish appeal.
Yeah. So what do you think, Daniel, about what the new leader of was it Hezbollah says that
Hezbollah.
Netanyahu missed the attack, but this time maybe next time he won't. What do you have to say about that?
Don't bother know his name because it's a temporary position.
But you know what, Daniel, forget about the propaganda bullshit. But how do they actually, it's an honest question, how do they actually manage, first, to know where his residence is? They trust his bedroom's window. I mean, that's a hell of a, you expect that Netanyahu's residence would be protected by all means of defense.
Who told you they? Hold on.
Bedrooms. That's it.
Who told you? Okay, finish it. You need to get it out.
They show the video.
What do you look like again, MJ?
Can you show me? Okay, now that you finished. So when he has a question, he needs to first ask it 5 times, okay? And then we need to let him finish asking the same question 5 times, and then we can respond. So how did they hit the Netanyahu bedroom? So
by drone.
By drone. Who said it's a bedroom? See how quick I am? You know what? I'll do it slow this time. I mean, how do you know it's his bedroom? Who told you it's his bedroom? I mean, we don't know if it's his bedroom.
I've heard people complain.
I mean, we didn't tell you if it's
Daniel, I've heard people complain that you are too quick in the bedroom.
You know, show you the bedrooms, the photo of the bedroom too?
Yes, please. Okay, can I see can I see a bed there? Do you see like a bed?
Yeah, but do you want me to send it on a chat maybe?
Put it wherever you want.
Okay, I did put it. It's the Tom of Israel. Netanyahu's home was hit, bedroom window down. This is not the thing. It's the Tom of Israel. Based on its sources. I mean,
Yeah, but how do you know it's his bedroom? This is what I'm asking.
Well, this is the fucking weekend time of Israel. How the fuck should I know? I'm not a Mustar.
Let's play some pickleball. Get lunch.
Because I know the picture, and I
Play
know
some
that we can see
pickleball.
that it's the bedroom. But fine, that's fine.
Pickleball.
Okay.
Get lunch.
We know you're not
Well, let's play some pickleball and yoga.
But you know, hold on, but you know the thing is,
bedroom window. That's what
hold on, the thing is, the funny thing, not funny.
Where is doing Princess Fiona?
Yeah. So the window that was there in his
Oh,
house
love,
wasn't
of
planned
course.
for a drone attack.
Love, of course.
And the company that made it and that said we never tested it as a
Enjoy.
drone attack, but now that we know,
Love,
we
of
will add it
course,
to like
enjoy.
to the sales pitch that basically it was tested against the drone and it withstood it. So those fucking drone didn't even. How did they know where Netanyahu lives?
Bring
Iron Beam. Okay, Iron Beam is not out yet. It's only production yet.
for our picnic.
So hold on. You asked a few things. You said about Iron Dome and you said Iron Beam. So the laser beam.
It's going to be semantic. With the Iron Beam is going to be in operation 2025. It costs you $2. We know that. Don't even
Exactly. So I knew that.
I know that.
So
why the 7th of October happened, by the way. I'm going to also use for you too. One of the reasons
why the 7th of October?
Iron Beam. Because of the cost of the war. I know everything, Daniel. But forget about the Iron Beam. But Iron Dome, why didn't stop that? If that's a serious infiltration of the intelligence, I mean, this is the Prime Minister's residence, for fuck's sake. I mean, what did it manage to stop that? I mean, that's a serious failure from your side.
Only 3 times
You know, I gotta say, Soren, you're just not listening, and you refuse responses, and you won't move on in the questioning or the conversation. I just think you have a failure to listen, and you have a failure to communicate, and I'm not impressed.
It's not about the answers. Basically, Soren is about asking the questions. You know, he makes the claim by asking the question. He doesn't care for the answers. And if he will get an answer, either will say, "Okay, that's fair," and then he will move to the next thing. There is no conversation in this show, unfortunately.
That it was bedroom, or you still deny that it was a bedroom of the...
I don't know if it was a bedroom. I don't deny anything. I asked. I understand. I asked you, how do you know?
Why am I not surprised about Soren being excited to have bedroom talk with
I thought Israel is a fucking democracy. I'm not free press.
Soren, it seems like this is your dream come true. You're having a bedroom talk with Danny.
They're both so quick in the bedroom, though. Does everybody agree with that? That they're very quick and they come too quickly to the bedroom?
Anyway, go on, Daniel.
I'm not sure what is the question. How did the drone go into Israel? How did
what are you eating?
The chips. How did the drone come in? How did they know it was Netanyahu's apartment? Like, what is exactly the question that you're focusing on?
Oh, come on. You know what the question is. The question is very simple. The Prime Minister's residence just hit by a drone. His bedroom, where he's doing Princess Fiona. Don't downplay that. That's a serious matter.
What is the question?
How did it happen? Why was it such a massive failure?
I missed you, my son.
Yeah, right. Right. Diego has...
To sum up, the question is how?
Yeah, Diego has the same thing. He's saying, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Right.
He's got a point.
Right.
But you know that like Zed is like the Jewish version of Diego. If you realize, actually, they both have the same tactics, and also they have a fascination with movie references. Have you never heard them speak to each other about movie references?
Right, we're basically identical.
Soren, I never heard Soren talk about movie references. Oh, maybe I missed it. When did Soren talk about movie
Soren has never talked about movie references. All he does is talk about bullshit in the news.
No, I mean, he is in a movie, but I never heard him talk about movies.
No, I'm saying like Zed and Diego.
Zed and Diego. Okay.
Right.
I wanna make him Zed soundboard.
Right.
I mean, that's mostly what I am.
Dad, what do you think of the UNRWA thing, the UNRWA stuff?
What do you think, Aziz? Start with you.
I mean, no, just curious.
Yeah, we're curious too about you.
Yes. You brought the topic. Present your.
Very curious now because I have not been in Clubhouse for a week, and so you guys need to
Okay,
catch me
my
on. So
Yeah,
I'm curious
yeah.
about what
Tell
you
us, what do
think.
you think? We're the one making
Yeah, it's a small room as is. You brought the topic, interesting topic, but start by giving your own opinion, and then we can maybe agree, we can rebuttal, we can.
My opinion is this. Obviously,
Be clear, no semantics in this room.
Right, so
Yeah,
my opinion is this, right? So,
Okay, yeah.
so the UN people that can sort of cross into Gaza, they have to be vetted at the gate, right?
Right.
So I just think that they could have just increased the security at the gates and still allowed the aid to get through. I think that's
It's an interesting proposal.
But what do you think about it? But what do you think about?
Is that not reasonable?
No, do you know what was the story with the UN and it?
Your proposal is unreasonable.
No, can you tell the story, please? I really have no clue.
So Israel passed a law to like sever ties between UNRWA and Israel. Basically, it means that no official relationship is allowed between Israel government or Israel position holders and UNRWA within the territory of Israel. Sorry? Which means that they need to evacuate their offices in East Jerusalem. They will not get diplomatic passports anymore from Israel.
This is great.
And also, they will have no immunity against prosecutions for things that they are doing.
Like terrorism.
Like terrorism. No, like terrorism. And then
What
people are crying and
the guys from UNRWA that were involved in October 7, were they living in Israel?
no, they were living in Gaza.
Like, okay, let's say they were.
Oh, is it Halloween?
Let's say
Tomorrow.
the guys in UNRWA, right?
Yes.
Let's say they were, right? But then, ultimately, you're vetting people to allow them in. So I think they should have just increased.
We are vetting people. If we vetted people, there would be no one in Gaza, dude.
No,
what are you talking about? Okay. So do you think? So you saying that we vetted Sinwar, for example, or we vetted?
Okay, but hold on, because I'm not understanding. So they broke every relationship with UNRWA, and they had this change. So what's happening now with Gaza related to that?
Right.
No, first of all, they're
no longer allowed in.
No. I said if you don't know, because if you don't know, so hold on. They have now 3 months to put this into effect. There's a lot of pressure that came on Israel not to pass this law. A lot of threats from everybody, from the United States, from everybody. United States, Germany, France, everybody.
Wait, hold on. Before you answer that question, I want to read what Nikki Haley wrote on X about UNRWA.
Daniel, finish.
Yes, thank you. So we have 3 months to put this into effect. There was a lot of pressure, like direct pressure on different party leaders in Israel, because at the end it's not just a decision of Netanyahu. It went to the parliament for a vote, and it had like 90 votes for and 10 votes against.
For the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day and we would love for you to come to church with us this Sunday.
No, it's
Click the link below.
Sorry, I'm thinking about
No.
Moderators, put me in the queue when you can.
Meaning it's not just the coalition, it's also the opposition, like Lapid and Gantz, everybody, they like the United States contact each and every one of them, trying to kind of make the law not pass, and everybody told them, no, in this law we're going forward.
The United States was calling them not to do it?
Yes, because it violates one of the claims is that it violates the UN Charter.
Yeah,
well, fuck the UN.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. But the mistake, like, for example, look, guys, the UN is the reason why the world is pro-Ukraine, right? Like, that's the UN.
No, listen, fuck Ukraine.
Moderators, put me in your queue. I want to read the Nikki Haley.
The only thing that the UN and a lot of international organizations do is undermine the sovereignty of
Thomas Greenfield, by the way, the same black African representative of the US. You remember 10 minutes ago?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. So
that's how difficult you are. That's how difficult you are.
No, I want all 5 people speaking. I can't.
Daniel, that's how
They actually took you seriously, Gabriel.
President Trump's on the side, and you can see every
10 mics.
Start speaking as soon as I speak.
because you're interrupting Daniel, and I wanted to finish for him to finish the story because I swear I don't know anything.
Right, but
So basically,
sums it up, right?
no, hold on. We think that the UNRWA is affiliated with Hamas. Let's say it like very gently, okay? And there are enough evidence for us to say we don't want that shit on our soil. Now, many countries, and I get it, are still like in the la-la land of like, like, ceasefire, and we are basically the ones that used to pay the price. So it was like a cross-the-board agreement that UNRWA is not a good actor.
Not by Arab Israel.
Yes, those are the 10 that I see.
Oh my God, Lawrence!
No, you didn't need to correct me. You just need to listen. Because when I said there was 90 votes for, and I also said 10 votes against.
I love the people there. I went to IIT Institute, which
not all of them are Israelis. No, not all 10.
Sitting there, the fire in these kids was.
Okay, so there's a consensus that UNRWA is in cahoots with the terrorists.
In the Knesset,
Okay.
In Israel. Not in the Knesset. The Knesset represents Israel. Yeah, in Israel. Yeah.
Okay, so the US tried to stop it. Shut up, I think. The US tried to stop it and they couldn't. So what happened next with Gaza?
No, now, first of all, now it just passed like 2 days ago, I think. So there's still time for it to go into effect. Like it has, I think, 90 days. And I think that pressure will still come. I don't think that, for this to be cancelled, there will be to do like another vote. Like Bibi cannot just cancel it, okay? Bibi doesn't have the power to cancel laws.
Are you listening?
They have to do another vote and convince people, and I'm not sure it will be easy. So I think it's kind of like a done deal, to be honest. And I think that the UN and the Palestinians, instead of bitching around it, will find a solution around it. And one of the solutions is to start the dissolvement of UNRWA and move their responsibilities to other organizations that are, I don't know if it's like the World WHO or the refugee.
Two questions. So you say that it's not a done deal yet, but it's the process?
It's a done deal. It not into effect yet.
Okay, but it's not into shut up, Aziz. So it's not into effect. So the question is, in the meantime, are they allowed to take them out of Israel, like kick them out of Jerusalem?
No, they will be
the offices and stuff.
Basically, their visa will expire in 90 days.
Okay.
So they still have 90 days.
Right, and the vote is for the dissolution of UNRWA, like globally, or of the relationships with Israel.
We cannot do this. We can only be responsible on Israel. We say this agency is not working with us and in our space. That is basically what we're saying. Okay, they can still work in Lebanon, they can still work in Syria, they can still work in the United States, they can work everywhere.
Okay.
But
how about in Gaza?
They can, if they are there, I guess they can work in Gaza, but not with Israel.
Well, they're not allowed into Gaza, right? Because
they're already in Gaza.
Well, right now, no.
They're not allowed out there, I guess.
No, they are Palestinians. Most of UNRWA, I don't know if you know this, Aziz, most of UNRWA in Gaza are Palestinians. They are not like...
What I'm saying is in 3 months, they won't be allowed in or out.
In any case, most of them again are Gazans in Gaza. They are not living. They are part of the UN on UNRWA. For example, the teachers. Okay, those are Gaza residents that work for UNRWA as, for example, teachers. They don't leave Gaza. They live in Gaza. This is their life.
Peacekeepers, right?
Criminal comments.
No, not even peacekeepers. Wow, my God, are you stupid or what?
But that's what UNRWA.
Looks like they're not being preserved, studied, or published. If history can teach us anything, it will show that Brandon Johnson is a criminal communist, just like you.
In southern Lebanon. UNRWA is not a peacekeeping mission. It's a refugee agency that is only dedicated for the Palestinians. Only. Okay, so the United Nations.
I don't think the Israelis need assistance.
Wait, mods, could you put me in the queue? If you're going to let Aziz just speak, please put some other speakers in the queue. Thank you very little.
I mean, it's called pushing back, like, unless you just want like a circle.
So, I'll try to explain to you. UNRWA is a refugee agency that was built and created around the Palestinians, okay? The UN has 2 agencies. One for refugees all around the world, from everywhere in the world, with one definition of what is a refugee. And another agency that is specifically only for Palestinians with a different definition. One of the big differences is that these refugees are not necessarily actually refugees, meaning a regular refugee for other countries does not pass the refugee status to his children. So if a refugee escaped, I don't know, Yemen and moved to the United States, and his kids were born in the United States, his kids are American citizens. However, if a Palestinian refugee in the United States has kids, his kids are also refugees. And then you have like a situation like Ben Khabib, which basically is entitled to get UNRWA benefits. Okay?
Why do you think Linda Thomas Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to UN that called out on Francesco Albanese, which you said opposed to Knesset decision? Why do you think that?
What do you mean? I'm not sure why is it confusing you?
I'm not confusing me. I'm just saying because you quoted Thomas Linda Thomas.
I think what you're missing is
she
represents. Okay, she represents the United States. Okay, she represents not her opinion. Okay, she is a U.S. and it's like the fifth time that I'm explaining this name. She represents the United States. Okay, and before when they asked me who is pressuring us, you actually asked me. I told you United States. That is actually the first state that I meant, first country that I mentioned. So does it matter? It wasn't just her that pressured Israel. So maybe it was also her, but in both cases we are talking about the opinion of the United States. So the opinion is the United States is that Francesca Albanese is unfit. So yes, the position of the United States is that Francesca Albanese is unfit for office and is anti-Semitic. Shut the fuck up and let me finish my answer. Because the problem is that you don't understand because you are so keen to reply that you're not listening. And it makes
You're not listening, Soren.
And it makes me repeat the same thing only for you. Everybody understands except you. So try to shut up and listen once. And I will repeat it last time, okay?
You know the way that you
Daniel, just
oh my God.
Daniel, Lisa, just move him down. Just move him down.
No, we can't.
What?
It's
a social room, so we can't.
Oh, you can't move his ass down?
Please, Soren, please just listen, Soren. You're ruining the conversation for everyone who can't listen because you're overspeaking him.
You could always remove him because he doxes people. He doxed Norm. He just doxed him with the wrong information. He doxed my dad. So you could just remove him if you guys want. That's your call.
Oh, good, not too far. Oh, good,
Daniel,
right up.
It seems to me that you should
right up
repeat
90.
what your media says. But I don't think that anything you say is
okay. No worries. I just removed him because
I wanted to say
dinner at Rivers Casino.
I know. I just want you know. You know what I love is that he was like, ha ha ha, and I just removed his ass. Guys, just so you know, Soren doxed Norm. He put his name into like this giant neo-Nazi like WhatsApp group or Telegram group. Soren is a bad dude. Like offline in the real world.
Is undoxable. He has got his name in his profile.
El Normo is here. Oh, they kicked me from the room as well. How too bad. Too bad. Why do I keep getting kicked from your room? Why? Why do I keep getting kicked? Okay, this is Love Art Joy. Why do I keep getting kicked?
Hello.
Hi, MJ.
It's actually Melissa.
Oh, Melissa.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. It just kind of seems like from your messages, like I thought you had the day off because you said, I'm bored and let's do something and let's do this and let's go to Lombard. And then suddenly we're doing something else. We're doing lunch. And then suddenly we're doing Rivers Casino. And I'm like, what track are you on? How much are you trying to get done in one day? But then I called and you were on a work call. So what's going on, Johnny?
You have my fully undivided attention at this very moment.
At this very moment. Well, I'm glad. That makes me so happy. I made a charcuterie board because I thought lunch wasn't going to happen. So, anyways,
Well,
what prompted you to keep my number?
Send me a picture of this charcuterie board.
I ate it all already.
You didn't take a photo of your masterpiece?
No, I don't take pictures of my food.
A charcuterie board is kind of a photographic, food moment.
I don't think it was that pretty. I just have the board itself is cute because I have special knives for brie and all that other stuff. So I just pulled it out and it's marble, but I had Gruyere and salami prosciutto and aged white cheddar. I was gonna get some Moscato, but then I thought I might want to drive somewhere later on today. And I got some sparkling cider instead, so that was a good choice, I think. But I don't take pictures of my food back in the old days. Well, Facebook days, I guess. So you deleted your online profile, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. That shit's a shit show. I was on it 4 years ago and then got back on not terribly long ago, and I got sick of it in about 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, I just don't like people wasting my time, and I can think of plenty of other things to do outside of sitting around waiting for people to get their shit together or blame their jobs for why they can't text or whatever. Fuckboy kind of behavior, in my opinion. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of wasted time with these dating apps.
Well, yeah, I've been single for my last real relationship ended 4 years ago, so I'm comfortable. I think I'm fine, but I don't know. You said you were looking for something serious. Kind of like I was going to call you earlier. I wanted to find out what your story was. If you were newly divorced, do you have any kids? More about you.
Yeah, no, single, not divorced, no kids.
Have you ever been married?
Nope.
Well, that's cool. Me neither. So that works.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you too. No kidding. We were some of the few that didn't buy into it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I got engaged, but then I backed off, and I ended the engagement after I realized that I wanted to divorce her even before we got married.
That's harsh.
Yep.
Was it one of those, you were with her for a decade and it seemed like the right thing to do?
No, we were we were mid-20s, and, I just didn't. I don't know. Everybody. It was like a social activity. Everybody that I knew in 26 was getting engaged. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get engaged. And then I realized that I made a mistake, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go through
So
with
what
this.
happened since then? Because you are now 41. Have you had a serious relationship since then? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I've been in love,
wow,
but it didn't work out.
gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, because like I won't date somebody who's like fresh out of a relationship. Grown tired of hearing stories of the whole. I've been out of a relationship for 2 months and it was not that serious. Yet they dated her for a year. So I mean, to me, I just don't like to waste my time. A little bit about me. My kids are 20. I had my kids with my high school sweetheart. We broke up 14 years ago. 14. My son is now 15, almost 16 and driving, and my daughter's 20. She's in college. She doesn't live at home anymore. And I'm in school for finance, and I'm a barber full-time. So it's like having 3 jobs all at once. So that's kind of
Wow.
my story. Yeah, I raised my kids by myself.
Oh my God, busy woman.
One and done. One's over. The other one's well on his way. So, but that's cool because I have my parents and they live a half a mile away from me. I bought a condo in Buffalo Grove. They live in Arlington Heights.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I just paid off my condo last year, which was really nice. So I'm sitting mortgage free, and I got a scholarship to DePaul paid for, so I will be leaving DePaul with a finance degree without any student loans.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's not bad. Life is good. It'd be nice to have somebody really nice, like a nice guy,
Well, there's lots of nice men out there.
I don't think so. I work with them. I don't think they're that great. I think my issue is I know a little bit too much about what goes on. I have clients that are like on the cusp of divorce or sneaking behind their wives' back, and it's just such a mess. And the whole dating pool thing too is just different since COVID. I feel like people are very selfish, and that's okay, to each their own. But I have like other interests. I'm kind of an introvert, and I just like to, I don't party or do anything. I barely drink. I'm kind of really quite boring, but I'm the creative type. I'm more of like an art museums. I'm into film history, things like that. Yeah. And I spend a lot of my free time just kind of writing and reading and cooking a lot. I cook a lot.
Sounds like you live in a monastery.
I think that's absolutely lovely. I mean, there's nobody around to hurt my feelings. I've got 2 teenagers with mouths on them, so the more peace and quiet I have, the better it is. Should I add in that I own 2 cats too? Are you going to make fun of me for that also?
No, cats are great. As long as you clean their litter box.
Every other day. Yep. Yeah, cats are easy. I was thinking about getting a dog.
Don't you have enough to do?
I don't know, I like staying busy, but I mean, having a dog in the house is nice, especially when, you're by yourself with a
Well,
a teenage boy.
Cats are fully automated, but a dog is like having a child because and especially in the winter, you got to take your dog out multiple times a day. I mean, are you gonna?
Oh, I know.
When will you do that?
My shepherd just passed away 2 years ago. I know.
Oh, you
I'm
had
just
a
thinking
dog.
it's due time. It's weird not having a dog. I had a Great Dane before my shepherd.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm all about that. But I don't know. It was just a thought. We'll see what happens. I'm almost done with school, so I was just tampering with the idea because with the career change and everything that's going to happen, I might hold off another year until my son goes away to school and he takes one of the cats with him because my daughter took.
Wait, why would your son take a cat to college? Dumb bitch hung up. Thank God. I'm good, bitch. Take care of your shit. What is this, afternoon chat session time? Oh my God, do not call me back. Why do I keep getting kicked? I'm not going to call her back. Fuck it. If she calls me back. What up, Treyway?
Yo, the reason I'm asking you this is because you're getting kicked.
Asking me? Man, you can't ask me about getting kicked in my own his house.
Please leave your message for...
Okay, look at that. Straight to VM. Joanna. What up, Joanna?
I get kicked all the time, brother. Let me swaddle you in my arms. Tell you it's okay. You don't need those people.
Everything's gonna be all right.
I love that racist song. Well, I saw how you look. You look very lovely. How I pictured you, actually.
I'm a big, tall, handsome man.
You're very well formed.
Rawr.
Rawr.
If only we were at Studio 54 30 years ago, darling. Rawr. Rawr.
It was a fun time. Hello, you came in from voting? Yeah, hold up. Oh, my goodness. I'm talking to my lover. Talking to my lover on Clubhouse. Yes. Yeah, my lover. We make love over Clubhouse lines.
Anyway, that's a really nice library.
Good. Glad you jerked off in the library. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. All the New Yorkers here are going to vote at the library. Trump. Because they just don't like Kamala. They just don't want her to win.
Kamala sucks.
Yeah. I wonder if she does a good suck job.
Oh, I bet you she was good.
I heard about teabagging yesterday on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was funny.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Do they teabag in Saudi Arabia?
I'm from Gambia, West Africa.
Oh, I love Ghana.
Gambia, West Africa.
Oh, Gambia means change in Spanish. Gambia.
Yeah, West Africa, West Africa.
I've got friends from Ghana. Remember Emmanuel Key? The guy at the bank, our banker? Yes. Yeah, he was from Ghana. But this fellow is from Gambia.
Yeah, West Africa.
West. They discover it and they call it West, North, like that. You'll say you're from West. Oh, okay, West. They did that in Minnesota too. They'd say, "Go west," and I'm like, I don't have a compass. I don't know what west is. Go south on go south on Minnehaha Drive and then turn west. I'm like, what? Okay. Anyway.